10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We have ignition.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, How Not to RP-1. We're starting today off by retrofitting our little X-405 aircraft, strapping the AJ-10 engine onto it. Turned out not to matter. By the time the aircraft was built and ready to actually fly, hopefully without a failure, we have maxed out our data points on the AJ-10, which, I don't know, may or may not be a worthwhile endeavor. So we are putting the XLR-11s back on and getting them upgraded, getting our tank types switched out to something a little more lightweight, and getting our fuel all straightened out, and then we'll get this back in for these retrofits and ready to fly. In the meantime, however, we are going to try to complete the first scientific satellite and the first polar orbit satellite in a single go, because, well, I have very little faith that this rocket will actually work. Even with maxed out data points at AJ-10 is just not very reliable. Thankfully, this time our main engine and our two Veneer engines do light successfully, and we are skyward bound on a northern trajectory because we're just gonna drop debris on, I don't know, Virginia? West Virginia? No. Somewhere off the east coast of the United States is probably going to get a little bit of a booster delivery, we'll say. Right, we don't have the most successful flight record on this particular LV, although the booster segment is pretty good. It's this upper stage here that tends to give us some problems. This is our kind of built for purpose, all-in-one, carry all the science you can, because your batteries aren't going to last that long scientific satellite with solar panels. This is, as you may have noticed, the exact same one that we launched to do some of our earlier orbital contracts. Keeping the solar panels on just means that we are able to get a little bit more science. I think the longevity of it comes out to a day, day and a half, somewhere in there. So they don't really provide that much science per launch, considering how many launches it takes to actually get one up. Yeah, we're probably going to need to revisit this design at some point, but we did have a successful light on that AJ-10 upper stage engine this time, thankfully, and it is going to hopefully push us all the way into our desired orbit, which, there it is, and there's engine shutdown, a little bit of dialing in, and of course this contract is going to wait for a stable orbit. I don't think we have to cheat the completion because it should be just fine the way it is. We're not waiting for an actual data relay, just that we are in a polar orbit, that's that one, and have science and solar solar panels, which we do. So moving swiftly along, we are going to go ahead and accept the lunar flyby, our lunar impactor contract, as well as the first navigational satellite contract, because, well, we need the money. And here's why we need the money. We need to upgrade our mission control and our tracking station so that we can even attempt to do any of the lunar contracts, which require those things to be unlocked for the lunar range comms node to be unlocked. And to do that, we need more science. So in effort to get more science, we're going to be selling some of these X-405s with a newly fitted, totally not a spy camera canister, and doing some test flights. We also need to get our little OV-1 vehicle outfitted for its navigational satellite purposes, which basically means we need a container for NavSat payload. We have 1x1 meter tooling already invented, so building this little dome of container isn't going to cost us much at all. So it's time for our first X-405 test flight with its new nose-heavy camera equipment. External tanks have been jettisoned. This is just a standard speed run where we have to get up to above 510 but below 710 meters per second at an altitude between 13 kilometers and 15 kilometers, you know, plus or minus 5 or whatever. Bob, our last remaining surviving Kerbal, has done so many of these flights in this exact aircraft that it's almost second nature, although the new extra power from the engines is a welcome sight. We breeze through the contract requirements and give it a little bit of a speed bump just to see what we can do before pulling into an Illumin turn and RTB. It is quite a bit of a ways to coast with the added weight at the nose of the aircraft. It is just a touch different in its handling, but all in all, still a very solid aircraft, and I really do enjoy that I've done almost all of my X-Planes missions, with I think the exception of one, in this aircraft, and they've gone extraordinarily well. A little bit deep down the runway and right off the back, but Bill catches it and he's home safe. So we decided that we need to put even more upgrades onto our little X405 here. Namely, we need a speed brake. So while we're here, we're just going to be double checking our fuel tank types and their adjustment and making sure that everything there checks out before building in a split rudder, kind of like the space shuttle, so that we can use that as a speed brake. It is a favored technique of mine, I should say, and when you get them right, they do just look absolutely perfect. And with those modifications changed, it's time to go to Old Me for our first attempt at this navigational satellite contract. Minimum perigee of 300 kilometers, so we'll set this at, I don't know, I guess 310. Set our target apogee. Let's just go for 500. Why not? F it. No need for maneuver nodes. Sure. Alright. Inclination above 45 degrees. So let's just select this entire way too long unassigned double. We'll set it to 55. Why not? And I guess engage autopilot? Yep. Fingers crossed, everybody. Here we go. Throttle is set to full. Mech Jeb has the ball. Ignition. Look outside of the window. Oh no! Failure on what? Failure on what? Fuck! Come on. Recover! We had a main engine failure. Mech Jeb didn't catch it. Okay, 310 by 500, orbital inclination 55. Where is the clamp auto stage? Let's set that for 95. How about 95, friend? 91. That's, yeah, good enough. 91%. Engage autopilot. Click outside of the window. Ignition. We are good. Stage. You know what? I think we're just gonna keep that the way it is, because maybe I should be in charge of the clamps from here on out. Mech Jeb has proven to be unworthy. Feasible to do moonshots with the 60-ton pad. 155. 150 makes it easy. Air quotes. 150 is also what you need for interplanetary launches and maybe minimal robotic moon landers. So we're going to need it. I mean, obviously we're going to need it eventually, but I don't know if we need it just yet. The upper stage just isn't. It doesn't have a shutdown activate engine function. Wait, what? Are you telling me there's some bugs and glitches in using RP-1 and 1.10? Oh, come on! What the... What just happened? And one of the S3s failed, so the whole thing shut down? You know what? I think we found the problem with setting this to 91%. Son of a bitch. You're supposed to be the reliable one. Let's bring this up and pin it. Press P, get rid of ascent guidance, retract the landing gear, set throttle to full. Ignition. Good light on both engines. We are going. Yeah, all of these should be the same. So we just need to remember to ditch them. Military photography is running. Start to climb, friend. Whoa. Too much, too much, too much. And here comes the real speed boost. 3, 2, 1. Separating. Tanks are away. We are going. Put this into a real climb. As soon as that apogee touches 30 kilometers, we're going to start flattening it out. Every meter above 30 kilometers, Bob is going to be suffocating, so we don't want to do that. Not like Testlight would magically fish pushing the strings of failure. Alright, we'll push this up to about 31 or 32 and we're going to shut down the engines. Because that number is going to start to fade as soon as we do. But when we get there, we're going to floor it. How many ignitions? 3 ignitions remaining. Oh god, we're above it already. Go, 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 go. Get down. Come on, come on, come on. It's no longer Agathorn's string of failures, and we all know how much Agathorn personally hates me. Come on, Bob. Come on, Bob. You can do it. You can do it. Reaching G limit. Dude, you're pulling like 2.5 Gs. Okay, Bob can breathe again. Let's level out and just... Oh, dude, we did it! 1,400. 15, yes! We get a nice bonus. Bob, push the boundaries here, dude. You can do it. How fast can you go? Oh god, is this thing gonna burn up and break apart? 1,800 meters per second. 1,900. 2,000. Flame out. Holy hell, Bob. Bob Kerman. Now the fastest Kerbal on Earth. Holy dude, whoa. Let's clear out some of these. Stage destroyed. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of that. Vessel complete. Vessel complete. Vessel complete. I haven't done this in a very long time. Stage destroyed. Come on. Where's the contract deadline? Expired. Expired. Stage destroyed. Contract complete. Scientific satellite. Contract complete. Polar orbit. Solar powered. Stage. Oh god, I need to turn around now, don't I? Contract complete. X-plane supersonic. Let's just... Yeah. I'm scared to turn at this speed. We're still moving at 1.2 kilometers per second. You stage recovery. Shut up, Sinav. Don't you judge me. Oh. 15G Immelman turn. 18 kilometers. Dude, you need to pick up the pace and get this thing facing the other way and not at the dirt. Oh god, Bob is blacked out. Oh, and he's leaning back on the stick while he does it. Come on, Bob. Bring it back. Bob. 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 I'm sorry, did we just kill Bob? Nope. Bob is back. Holy sh... Bob, dude, don't do that. Do never... Well, at least you leaned back on the stick when you blacked out. Had you not, you would be... a big smear on the pavement by now. Yeah, caps lock for gentler turns. Yeah, precise control. I really should do that, shouldn't I? We are stalling. We need to pick up some speed. Reach any conclusions on moonshots? I think we're going to go for it. We're going to use the XASR as our kick stage. I have one building in the VAB. It'll be 122 days, but we need to get our navsat thing done first. And then we also need to research the comms node, because otherwise it's all for naught. But I think we're going to do it. I don't know if we're going to be able to get to it this stream, but we're certainly going to try it. Oh god, we are... I mean, for as high and fast as we are now very low and slow. Thanks to Bob and his blacking out, because he obviously just can't handle the pressure. Bob. Oh, no, I do not want to hit the brakes button right now. That would be a terrible, terrible idea. We're low and slow. Let's see if our air brakes work. Why am I that stupid? It's much worse than usual, but somehow you've got much delay on the stream. Much less delay on the stream. Ugh, eek. Alright, we are north of the airfield. We're going to start correcting now because I'm not sure we're going to get the chance at a second pass. We're already pretty... I should preface this statement. Due to our distance from the airfield, we are pretty slow. We were before I made that diving turn into Time Warp, which, God, never adjust... Never touch any of the controls in Time Warp. Ever, ever, ever. Like this. Come on, really? Just hit the period key, Crash. You know how to solve this problem. You're just dumb. It's a nice leisurely flight here for Bob. I assume, after breaking many world records. Now the fastest Kerbal alive. You need to be in cruise before you do any of this, dude. And now we need to angle it in. 81. We are on point to make a pretty solid descent. Let's get this factored right to 90. Come on. Come on. Caps lock. Fine, we'll do fine controls. But that makes it so slow to move. 71, let's get the gear out and locked. I think we've got enough speed to get there. Hopefully we won't overshoot by too much. Let's look down the tailplane here. Yeah, we're coming in a bit. Oomph. Oomph. Drifted in, Bob. Oh, I need fine controls off. Alright, Bob. Bring it home. Brakes. Oh, look at that. Yes, the tailplane works. Ah, Bob, you brilliant bastard. Oh, God, we need to reduce the angle on that. I mean, if you're going to air brake something... Holy hell. Bob, you brilliant, brilliant bastard. Cover vessel. We will skip ahead a few months to our navsat attempt number 3, currently sitting out on the launch pad, and this time our main engine fires pretty flawlessly. Thankfully, our vernier thrusters will also hang in there just fine, getting us all the way through booster engine SEP, second stage deployment and fairing deploy as we await our coast up to our apogee. The AJ-10 lights just fine. Well, I'll turn you over to Old B. Oh, do we have a failure? We definitely had a failure. It won't let me throttle up. Disengage autopilot. Set throttle to full. Can we? Yeah. Damn it. Oh, damn it. Come on, AJ-10. That was a predictable outcome, wasn't it? We're going to let it sit in space for as long as we can so we can gather up the science that we can while we can. And then we're going to skip gently over to the runway for another X405 speed run. Atmospheric autopilot engage. 3, 2, 1. Switching. Gear up. Throttle to full. Ignition. Let's pull up our contract details now that we can actually do this. And how about you pull up instead of down? That would be good. I think we're already within contract specs for altitude. Yep. Above 13, below 14. Just got to get above 505. There it is. Not quite. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Now we need to maintain. So we're going to throttle way back. We're going to bring up our EFTs. EFTs away. Alright. Safe right before these because you had to spawn you over Africa. Real easy way to get the 3,000 kilometer downrange contract. Build a satellite with 2 days of batteries and an existing antenna with a kick stage. It's only enough to get it out to like 40,000 kilometers. That'll work great to get you a science boost. The probe can transmit once it makes it back to periapsis. You know, that... Oh, God, no. I flew too low, and now we've got another 3 minutes on the clock. Once we get above 12,775. 6-7 mark. Damn it. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Thank you, Sono. I appreciate it. Alright, clock is running. We're going to drop throttle a little lower. I thought we had it dialed in. I thought I had my heading dialed in. I did not. Pitch up just a bit. I love X-Planes. Like, I really love these dumb things. They're so dumb. But they're so fun to build. And I like flying because really you're forced to do it hands-on. I'm still glad you don't fly X-Plane. I mean, fair. It's not for everyone, that's for sure. It's all taste at this point. Alright, halfway through the contracted burn. Be patient, you'll get there. Landing with KSP's stupid wheels. Fair assessment. They are a bane of my existence as well. Are we over shores yet? Yeah, it's running. Hey, we're gonna get at least 0.1 more science. Or at most 0.1 more science. Holding altitude 50 more seconds. Mark. Yeah, we need like 0.3 more science to unlock the node we need to do lunar stuff. I'm not sure we're going to get it this flight, but we might get some of it. That's what matters. Yeah, we're running crew report. We got all that maxed out, so it is what it is. 15 seconds. We do need to burn through the rest of this fuel, however. Launching your work in progress 1.10. Oh, we're praying for you, Calvin. Did we get it? Ding! Return home safely. Killing engines. Get some altitude under our belt. We are not nearly far enough away. So we're gonna get altitude. We're probably just gonna bring it home with a little bit of fuel. Why not? Flip and dive, come back. Immelman. It's all about the Immelman. It'll look cool, I promise. We're gonna be way too fast if we come in now. Stall. Doot, 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 doot. Alright, bring it home, Bob. At least he's subsonic and is about faced this time. This time. Oh, me and Fine Control are not on speaking terms right now. There's going to be some S-turns in our future. Oh wait, we have an air brake now. We might not need S-turn. These A settings a little aggressive, so you have to use Fine Control. I mean, fair. Flare. Oh, it's so perfect. The split wing, I love it. Ripped offs. I killed Jeb that way. Air brake approved. Yes. I feel better about life now. Thank you, Calvin. Alright, let's just dial this in a little bit south. God, we're gonna hit this runway so fast. I said there were no S-turns in our future. I lied. Just don't botch the landing. Come on now. Don't mess with me like this, man. I really don't need the pressure. Because, yeah, we're real fast. Now we're not. Good, good, good. Few S-turns bleeded off. Now we're about to stall. Let's get this home. Come on, Bob. Bring it in. You can do it, buddy. I mean, please. Please. Skirt. Brakes, brakes, brakes. Beautiful bastard. I love it. Hell yes. Recover vessel. Cover the spaceplane hangar. Jumping ahead just a few more months, we are on NavSat launch attempt number 4, where, well, things are going relatively smoothly this time, thankfully, and, well, here's old me. There it is. Yes! Orbit achieved. Let's stage the payload away. Patunk. Dear light bulb, do work. Oh, it looks like we might actually just break even on this contract. Hard to call this a win after so many failed attempts, but that's going to do it for this episode, everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really do appreciate it, and I will see all of you in the next one. So until then, see you later.